ultimate team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Vick. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Vick's throw is taken in by Waddle. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 44, Vick. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. On 3rd down, Vick. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On second down, it's James. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They run it with James. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's James.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Edger and James, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And Sanders with a carry on 1st down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. That's Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. 2nd down, and back they go to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. It's close. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll try to pound it in with Allstott. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Mike Allstott punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. That throw by Vick incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Michael Vick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 35 on second down, Wilson. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Tucker's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
This will be the final play of the half. Vick. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Vick will look to throw on first down. And Cooks has it over the middle. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks. 76 yards. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure,
he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, it's Sanders, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's James. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll go down at the 28. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Edmonds. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chase Edmonds taking it in from 4 yards out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 4.